Everyone, it's me, Julie O'Connell. I'm coming on here because I want to talk to you something that is very serious. Our teachers are quitting, well into this season. Many have stated that they are no longer allowed to teach the way that they need to teach to discipline the children. Long gone is the past where teachers got respect from the parents. These kids nowadays, they come to school with their cell phones and they are recording these teachers. It's not okay. The administrative governing bodies for these school districts need to give the power back to the teachers. It all started during the pandemic when teachers were starting to lose their authority over classrooms. And many teachers have stated they are now leaving the profession. One lady who has been in the profession for 24 years quit. And she said it's gotten so bad that the teachers are losing respect from the children and the parents. And a lot of times, a lot of these children are growing up in broken family homes. They don't have both parents alongside of them, teaching them what is right and wrong. There are ways to put your foot down. I remember my brother was very disrespectful to one of my teachers. His name was Dr. Miller. He taught history. I just thought it was rude. Like, you don't treat teachers the way that they don't want to be treated. And they also are having to quell fires within the first couple minutes of their students arriving to their classrooms. They even stated that some of the children are coming 15 minutes late to their classes. This is not okay. Unless the bus is late and they announce that the bus is late. I can tell you there was many times when I went to Dickinson and bus 53 was late. Same with bus 35. So not only was it late, but sometimes it was late arriving to the school to pick us up. I used to end up walking home. I would walk through Heritage Park, the back way, back behind the back field to cut through to the Heritage Park area and walk to my house in Pike Creek. But the teachers are finding it more difficult to teach. And yes, when your child needs to go to school and they don't have pens and paper, they need to ask the teachers. They need to ask the adults at the school because they're willing to give it to them. It's just that there are some parents out there that think all the teachers need to buy the supplies for their children when that's furthest from the truth. And long gone are the disciplinary actions where they suspend children for violent outbursts. They don't do that anymore. But children need to be held accountable for their actions in the classroom 100%. Regardless of their upbringing, regardless of, their background. I know growing up, my mom was a single parent. She didn't get much child support from my dad, so we made do with what we had. We made sure to have all the supplies that was on the list that they wanted us to bring. And yes, we were made to make sure we had our books and our assignments done. Now, of course, the week that my father passed away, I was not able to do any of my assignments. But I made sure to make sure my work got done when I was in school. And the only time I wasn't in school was when I was really sick. You've got children now that are just skipping school. And the parents are like, what do you want me to do about it? Well, if you were more involved in your children's lives, you would let them know that it's not okay to waste taxpayers' money, to waste the school district's time and effort into trying to help you grow. It's very hard to find a job in this economy these days, and high school back in the day used to be a college preparatory where they prepped you so you knew what you were getting involved in when you went to college. Dickinson now is like an economic school and business school. It's like a charter school. I just recently heard too, one of our biggest rivals in like the battle of the bands, AI DuPont High School, they have lost the funding for their band, which I don't understand. A lot of schools are taking away the arts and entertainment for the school districts. This isn't okay. This creates a more well-balanced child when you don't take away the sports or the entertainment that they are doing outside of school. It creates a more well-balanced student too, as well. If you give them extra stuff that they can find that is wonderful for them. So I just pray that things, will change for these teachers, because right now sometimes they are getting the worst of the worst, and they're having to lower their expectations about how they are going to teach. Some teachers say they are only able to teach like 20 minutes at a time because there's so many interruptions within the classroom. A student is being taken out of school for like a dental appointment, or one student's being told they have to go to the counselor's office, or another student is having to report to the principal's office. Long gone are the days that we only had one principal and one vice principal. Now there's multiple vice principals of each school. So not only are we paying more for administrative costs, but the children are not benefiting from this. And the children don't benefit when all they do is want to be on social media throughout the day. Social media is not meant for the classroom. Growing up, my parents were very involved in my schooling. I mean, especially my mother. She made sure that if there was a teacher-parent conference, she would go to it. If there was something that needed to be improved upon, we would work on it. The only reason why I was in the top 25 percentile of my class is because I worked my ass off. I had a therapist tell me, I didn't work my ass off. I was distracted in school. No, I wasn't. I worked my butt off in school. I didn't get math very well, but I sure as heck tried in school. So this type of nonsense is not okay. We fight hard for the grades that we achieved in school. I definitely fought hard, especially at Del Tech, when I went to Del Tech, for the grades that I got. And I got mostly A's and B's. So to sit here and say, Dr. Fink, that I wasn't working hard, or that I didn't try hard, or that I was bipolar, this is furthest from the truth. I am not bipolar. You didn't get to know me, so you just based your opinion on what you saw. I've really improved since then, so just know that what you did was horrible. And I don't value when people have their children tested for intelligent quotient. It's not okay. People might not always see eye to eye on strengths and weaknesses and have differences. So, I beg to differ. What you did to me, Dr. Fink, was not okay. And I really hope to God somebody relays this message to you, because you are horrible. You should never have been allowed to test children. So I don't agree with it. I mean, yes, intelligent quotient is important in certain jobs that you are doing where you have to formulate calculations. But in other jobs like retail, no, it's not important. Yes, I had dysgraphia, and I worked my butt off to get the grades that I got. This falsehood that I wasn't paying attention in class was furthest from the truth. So, and maybe if you had gotten to know me, you would have known that I was bullied throughout my whole high school years and that I was treated horribly. My high school experience was horrible. So what I'm saying is parents should be involved in their students' lives. They should be making sure. This is why I don't agree with the government getting rid of the free lunch and breakfast program, because when students are well fed, they're more likely to learn. They're more likely to thrive in that environment when they are not hungry. This is why some parents have chosen to go with the homeschooling route. I know a girl that I used to work with, she would homeschool her children, and they would be improving because she was homeschooling her children. The disruption during the pandemic of just virtual learning absolutely ruined some of these children's lives. But what I'm saying is everyone needs to step into these children's lives feet and decide for yourself what they're going through. Because not everything is what it seems. Some of these children are coming from horrific backgrounds, and they deserve to have the availability to thrive. So what I'm saying to you is just be kind and caring and do what you can do to help another human being out. If you see that there's a student that is in your classroom that's in need of pencils, paper, just anything, try to help them, because kindness for me is key. They do have book drives. They have backpack drives. They even have some programs where you can get new coats for students. I remember donating my coats to Goodwill or to an organization that donated coats to children that absolutely needed them, because they couldn't afford a winter coat to go to school in. For me, kindness is key. I look at it this way. My high school experience was a learning curve for me. I do forgive the people that did what they did to me in high school, but I will never forget it. It wasn't okay, and it still hurts me to this day. But at the same time, I know where I am. I'm grounded, and I value Jesus Christ in my life right now. And I value teaching kindness. And yes, they need to start changing their curriculums back to have slavery taught in school, because slavery is real. And it did happen. And I don't appreciate that there's books being banned on the reading list. Growing up, we read all types of books. I remember my brother reading Castle of Lear. And other books like The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. Me, I was more into the mystery books like Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. That was a very good book. They made that into a movie. Very sad topic. Very hard topic to come by when you read that book. I'm not going to talk about it here because it's inappropriate for YouTube. But books are important. There was one teacher on these YouTube videos that said she maybe had one student that was reading below average. Now it's about 7 or 8 in the classroom that are reading below average. So the important is to be involved in your students' lives, your child's life. Make sure that they have a proper education, because education is key. Yes, it is getting harder and harder for the graduates of today to find a job in this economy. And especially now with what the government is doing, it's not okay that there's workers that are working and they are not getting paid. Same within the military. These people should be getting paid. Thank you and have a great night. Just take time for your family and friends. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. Please hit the like button if you see a video that you absolutely love. Thank you and have a great night. I absolutely enjoy talking this late at night. Thank you and have a great night.